Let's walk up to the spring house, which is right there. Now the springs were used back in the old days to keep stuff cool, like milk and perishables and whatnot, because they didn't have refrigeration, of course, so they needed nice cool water. Now this water will stay in the 50s all year long. Look how clear it is. Beautiful, huh? So here's the spring house up close, and this is where the water comes out of the hillside. Really clear, really cold, probably perfectly safe to drink, except that looks like a skeleton in there. Yeah, that's a skeleton of something. Huh, I don't know. Well, I guess we'll pull that out of there in a minute and take a look at it. You can see where the water flows out of here and down into this little house. Now this house probably isn't that old. It may only be 100 years, I don't know. I'll show you what it looks like inside. And first thing you have to do though, whenever you open up a building like this that hasn't been in a while, is look for bees. Wasps especially. There's none on the outside, but there may be some on the inside. So you have to kind of clear it as you go along. You want to look up in this area here, make sure there's none hanging down. I actually had a friend, a childhood friend, that went into a building like this and he put his head right against a wasp nest. He got stung like 50 times on top of his head and he went bald from it. He had he was like 14 and he was bald. It's terrible. We want to get in the shed and we want to clear it. Look all around. Make sure there's no mean waspies in here. I don't see anything. I don't see any snakes either, but we don't really have to worry too much about them because there's no venomous ones around here. But what you have here is a step. That's where the farmer would step down and he would get his big milk cans, which were, I don't know how many gallons they held, maybe 5 or 15 or 20, I'm not sure, but you just set them right down in the water right there. And that would keep it cool. There's all kinds of like skulls in here. That looks like what kind of skull do you think that is? Get down and look. Probably a raccoon. Look at that spider. You guys like spiders, right? Yeah, you do. Oh, he's a gigantic one. Look at him. Bushes. Here, buddy. Oh, he's got babies, I think. Yeah, he's holding something. I think he's holding... Yeah, so he definitely has an egg sac underneath there. Isn't that cool? But yeah, so this is a spring house with a skull and a whiter. And no bees. Wasps. Alright, let's go check out the skeleton up here in the spring. I'll bring my net because I don't think I can reach him. There are a lot of dead animals around here. That's kind of weird, huh? I don't know what that's all about. Maybe something lives up in there. Ooh. Troll? Hobbits? A golem. Maybe there's a golem up in there. Let's see if we can grab this thing. Yeah, it's a different skull than the other one. Yeah, might be the same kind. I guess that's a raccoon. That looks like more like a raccoon than the other one. Why is there so many dead raccoons, do you think? Weird. I guess I'll put it back in there. Something might like it. There's all kinds of bones, though. Alright. Very interesting. This is an old bottle dump here. If you want, we'll come down here one day and dig this out. Make a little video. I've dug around a little bit. It looks like the cows have really stirred it up though. I had reburied everything that I dug up, but definitely making a mess. What do you think? You want to do that someday? Want to come down here and look for some bottles? Bottles! That's a pretty blue one right there. Yes, I've never dug around down here. This is slate from the roof. There's no telling what all's in here. I mean, underneath these bottles, there could be bottles that are 200 years old. Who knows? And that's it for the spring exploration. It was kind of interesting. Like the spider? I didn't.